Welcome back to Game Galaxy, and today I'm talking about a very special and unique game called Never Alone, or Kisima Innitchuna, which means I am not alone. Hopefully I didn't mispronounce that. If I did, please forgive me. But this is basically a puzzle adventure platformer that's based on an Iñupiaq folktale. Now, this game is special because it serves as a vehicle for a cultural education on the Iñupiaq people, and as well as just the way of life for these Alaskan natives. And I'll tell you, growing up in the United States, that is something that they do not teach us very well. Even though Alaska is part of the States, we don't really hear about this. We're just told the stereotypes that they're all Eskimos and they wear, hoods with the fur and they build igloos and they rub noses, right? All those stereotypes. So having a chance to be able to actually learn about the culture as I went through this game greatly interests me, and I think it's such a fantastic idea. Upper One Games is the developer of this game, and my hat's off to you guys. That is just such an incredible idea. So I'll touch on the cultural aspects of the game later, but first let's talk about the general story of the game. As I mentioned, it's based on a well-known Iñupiaq tale, and I'm gonna try my best here, but it's called Kunuuksaayuka. So that's the best I can do. So again, if I didn't pronounce this correctly, please forgive me, but you play as a young girl named Nuna who befriends an adorable Arctic fox and set out on a quest to discover the source of a raging blizzard that is plaguing her village. Along the way, Nuna will encounter different challenges, spirits, and danger to complete her mission. Now what's great is you can either play this game single player and switch between Nuna and the fox, or you can play this game with two players, where one person controls Nuna and one controls the fox. I played this game together with my wife. I was Nuna the girl and she was the fox, and we had a blast. And I have to recommend that this is a great game to play with another person. It was just great to be able to have two minds at sometimes to get through some of the obstacles, and I highly recommend playing this game with another person in co-op mode. It's just fantastic. As you move through the journey, you'll come across these owls that serve as collectibles that unlock these cultural insights, which are short interviews and documentary style insights into the culture of the Iñupiaq people and their ways. Each time you get little pieces of information of folk tales which later manifest itself into what you'll experience into the game. These cultural insight videos I absolutely loved, and it made a huge smile on my face, and it was within these that Never Alone transcended just being a video game and became an interactive educational vehicle, and I absolutely love that. It's so innovative when gaming can be applied to anything, and when it's used in an educational sense like this, I just absolutely love it. And within some of these stories and these little documentary featurettes, one of them hit an emotional chord with me because it was talking about how the changing planet and how all of the ice has kind of melted through the years, and it's kind of creating a different landscape than what the elders were familiar with. So it kind of invoked in you a feeling of not only wanting to preserve and protect the planet, but also wanting to protect and preserve the customs and cultures and beliefs that make us who we are. And I think that's what Never Alone is highlighting, and just hats off to it. Throughout Nuna's adventure, you'll run, jump, solve puzzles, and even face a few battles, some of which will be solved with brains over brawn. You do end up with a tool or weapon of sorts in the game, which is a bola. For those who don't know what it is basically is a throwing weapon made of weights or rocks tied on the end of ropes, which often have been used to capture birds, and you could throw it at them and it would tangle them up. So I have to say my one criticism in the game is the control of the bola. You pull back on the right stick while you aim with our arm, and it launches in the direction you want to go. But it's so awkward. So imagine I have a right stick here, and I'm pulling this way, and I want to shoot this way. So I'm pulling this way, and I have to kind of pull down to aim up, and then using the right stick, I have to throw it that way. And in this motion sometimes it would end up going down or up. It was a really frustrating control scheme, but near the end of the game I got pretty good with it, but it was a little frustrating. There also are parts in this game that are a lot of trial and error, rather than you being able to nail it the first time, and that can be a bit frustrating when you're just dying over and over again. All in all, Never Alone is a very special game that should not be missed by anyone. Every single person that watches this channel should go out and purchase this game and experience it. And just know, every purchase of this game goes to help fund a council to further develop educational media of Indigenous Alaskan culture, so that's something to be celebrated. Never Alone will last you about 3 to 4 hours, so I really hope you take my word for it and grab a family member or loved one or friend and play this game with them. If you like this video, please slap the like button, share the video, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss any videos in the future. And just remember, as hard as life can get sometimes, you truly are never alone.